Many people today have very strong beliefs and opinions about certain things. Some of these are grounded in science and based in facts, and others, well, not so much. So, how do people form these beliefs that might fly in the face of what we consider to be reality? Well, let me show you a medicine wheel that shows us how beliefs are formed. This is how the human mind learned to develop beliefs thousands of years ago. Today, many accept certain things as facts because other people believe them. They accept the views of the masses and never stop to examine things for themselves. Symbols form thoughts. We may notice something, like rich people often own businesses, for example. Thoughts turn into ideas. We may decide, consciously or subconsciously, that you can't be rich if you don't own a business. It stands to reason that if rich people own businesses, you've got to have a business to be rich. Next, ideas form images. We imagine we'll have to start a business if we want to be wealthy. We'll have to make some investments, take a few chances, go out on a limb if we want to be financially stable for the rest of our life. Next, images form opinions. We could decide that people who don't start a business don't deserve to be rich, or they aren't smart enough to start a company and make good money. Next, we find that opinions form beliefs. We may believe that we have to be a business owner in order to be rich and to show people that we're not afraid of hard work. This sets us apart from everyone else, and it shows people that we're smarter, we're better. Beliefs form belief systems. We may grow to believe that only business owners deserve to be respected, since we've already decided that they're the only ones with money and brains. They're the ones who took risks. Belief systems form philosophies and religions. We may believe that people with money are more important than people without money. Therefore, money is more important than some people. We surround ourselves with other people who have the same beliefs and opinions that we do. This makes us feel better about our decisions. It makes us feel like we are right. Do you see how we can come up with some really crazy belief systems if we don't examine our original thoughts and make sure that they aren't flawed? If we had never believed that you had to be a business owner to make good money, we may never have gotten to the place where we believed that profit was more important than people's lives. The first belief doesn't always lead to the next, but it can. Let's try it with a different original thought. Let's say that we believe that women are made from men, a rib from Adam's side. Symbols form thoughts. Adam was first, Eve was second. Thoughts form ideas. Women are second made, therefore they're less important. And they're made from Adam, so they're an extension of him. Ideas form images. We imagine that women should do what their husbands want them to, since they're not free autonomous individuals, but an extension of his body. Images form opinions. Women should never be free to do what they want, only what their husbands want. Opinions form beliefs. All women should be subservient to their husbands, and their childhood should be spent in preparation to please their husbands and raise children. Beliefs form belief systems. Women are not supported in getting an education, since their future is going to be devoted to their husband and their families, not getting a job. Women are held responsible for men's lustful desires and their lack of self-control. Islam, Judaism, and Christianity all started in the Middle East. They all agree that Adam was made first and that women should be subservient. Men are allowed to study and be religious leaders, but women are not as respected and don't have complete freedom in many cases. This means that under their rule, humanity will never benefit from all the contributions that could be made by half of the population. Just think of all the inventions, cures, and advances that could be made if all people were allowed to be educated and contribute to society. If we never believed that Adam was made first, we may never have reached the stage where women are severely subjugated all over the world. Who was there to witness these events and to write them down? The Cherokee say that women were created first. Who saw these and recorded it? Who was there to witness it? God didn't write it down. Men wrote it down. Men, not women, men. Men who have a vested interest in keeping a woman under their thumb, taking care of the house, taking care of the children, doing all the things that they'd rather not do so they can go out and do more important things. And don't get me started on how many different times the Bible has been rewritten. The books that were excluded that are now hidden away in the Vatican, and how many different versions there are of these books. This is why it's important to monitor your thoughts and ideas before they turn into a toxic mess. We've got to communicate every day with our inner personas to make sure our ideas and thoughts are acceptable, not only to our inner adults who deal with the daily world, but also our inner children who crave beauty, knowledge, and justice, and our inner elders who love us unconditionally. What if we decide in our childhood that we're unworthy of a good job or a happy life? What if we convince ourselves that we're too stupid, too poor, or too whatever? If we don't stop building a life based on this thought, if we don't stop bullying ourselves, our life will be miserable. We'll severely limit our options and our happiness. Our thoughts must pass the approval of our inner elders. Recognizing the fear feeders and silencing them means we don't beat ourselves up. We do the best we can, and we forgive ourselves when we fall short. If your thoughts and ideas don't pass the test of all three of your inner personas, then they're flawed. Your inner elders won't let beliefs that harm you take root. This is another good way to weed out the fear feeders. Anything that puts you down or makes you feel less than or unloved is from a fear feeder and must go. Don't accept the ideas of another as absolute truth until you examine things thoroughly. Does this idea really grow corn? Is it true for everyone, regardless of the circumstances? Is it really true for you? Or is this something that's just passed off as truth in order to manipulate some people and make others feel better about themselves? Be careful what you fall for. You may end up hobbling yourself or your loved ones in a sick game that only serves those on top. Thank you very much for watching and subscribing.